A reading from the Gospel according to Matthew. Then the kingdom of heaven will be like this. 10 bridesmaids took their lamps and went to meet the bridegroom. 5 of them were foolish, and 5 were sensible. The foolish ones did take their lamps, but they brought no oil, whereas the sensible ones took flasks of oil, as well as their lamps. The bridegroom was late, and they all grew drowsy and fell asleep. But at midnight there was a cry, "The bridegroom is here, go out and meet him." At this, all those bridesmaids woke up and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish ones said to the sensible ones, "Give us some of your oil, our lamps are going out." But they replied, "There may not be enough for us and for you. You had better go to those who sell it and buy some for yourselves." They had gone off to buy it when the bridegroom arrived. Those who were ready went in with him to the wedding hall, and the door was closed. The other bridesmaids arrived later. "Lord, Lord," they said, "open the door for us." But he replied, "I tell you solemnly, I do not know you. So stay awake, because you do not know either the day or the hour." The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
In the times of Jesus, the wedding feast was an occasion never to miss. The prestige of a family was often determined by the size and by the expense of such a wedding, especially of a firstborn son. In a lot of ways, weddings today are much the same. Parents will help invest to make it a day to remember for not just them, but for the whole family. A year or so ago, one of my daughters got married, and it was the same for us. All of the bride's group that looked after her bridesmaids and groomsmen, were all people that were known to the family, people who are of intimate relationship with us, friends who we have known for a long time. And amongst all of the wedding guests were some that perhaps we did not know so well, but were invited because of an extended relationship with the family. In our parable, the 10 bridesmaids in this instance, I'm sure, would have all had some relationship with the groom, some better than others. And perhaps that's the way it's been divided out, where 5 knew the groom a lot better and knew what to expect, and 5 bridesmaids who perhaps did not know him so well and miscalculated on what was required for their role. The parable makes us understand, or asks us the question, how well do we know Jesus? Do we know him intimately? Is he involved in the everyday things of our lives? Is he the one that we consider in all that we do, in all that we say? Or is he just there? Sometimes we give lip service. We run our day and we fit him in if it becomes convenient to do so. It does bring up a very important question. And that question for me is, sometimes there are times when we cannot afford to make mistakes. There are times when people depend on us in such a way that we cannot afford to let them down. And Jesus makes that clear, I guess, in one of the last statements of the parable, which, when we listen to it, sounds quite harsh. "I do not know you." For me, this parable continues to remind me and to challenge me that it's Jesus' desire for me to be ready. And so, where possible, I try to roll up my sleeves, try to announce, try to lead, try to serve in all ways that he would want me to. hopefully in that, I can be a light to those who the groom has also invited to the wedding feast.